things you said, the things you haven't. On my way home. Told you rest, you know I'm coming.
Well then. Hang on, let's turn that a bit. Hello, if people are there, if people can hear me. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, who knows? I've got a snazzy microphone this week, so we'll see what's what. If you could just say if you could hear me, fine. That'd be nice. If someone could text me, that'd be lovely. YouTube decided it didn't want to go live. And so that was sad. Right then. And then Chrome decided to update itself as well. Very sad. Right then, I'm just going to start Slido for people watching it. I'm just about to start that. So, here we go. I do apologise. Right there, oh, there we go. Got 2 people on there. That's good. There we go, can hear you. How do I put a name in? How do we set up Teams? We can hear you. Right, so the Slido link on the right-hand side. That way. That way? No, it's that way. The way you're looking at it. That way. No, that way. I get what I do. I'm looking at a mirror image of myself and it's confusing. Towards the door. That way. That makes sense. So you got Slido here. And yeah, you should be able to sort that out. Oh, 41 people we've got already. I do very much apologise for the technical delay. But a little bit out of my control. Anyway, what can I say? Welcome, people of the world. Good evening for the people in Britain. Guten Abend for the people. I said that in a German accent, but in fact it is Dutch. Yes. So we go good Abend for my Dutch friends. Yes, we have people playing in the Netherlands. Very good. And also buenas noches for my Spanish people. I can't do a Spanish accent at the moment. I've got too much going through my head. But right then, so we've got 50 people who are playing. So seems like a reasonable time to start. We're only 20 minutes late, which is a little disappointing, but you know, it's there. Oh, Gareth is texting me. It's quite distorted when I speak loudly. Oh, turn my microphone down. People are telling me the gain needs to come down on my mic.
What?
The gain needs to come to all these audio professional people. Right then. I can hide. I can look at this. Way there I am peeking over the top. Right then. So I'll turn the mic down a bit. Some of my fun people will let me know if that is weird. Anyway, right then. I guess let's begin. Rob says it's a bit dull above 16k. Well, that's how it is. Oh, I've not put Do Not Disturb on my computer. In all the fun which I've had. There we go. I'll not see Rob K and Gareth interrupting me now, which may or may not be a good thing. Right. Anyway, I'm going to go. Right. So here we go. 53 people. Let's start the quiz. Oh, I should explain first for those who haven't played. Sorry, getting very carried away. It's a bit unprofessional tonight. So there are 8 rounds. The total score will be out of 80, 10 questions. Answer speed is also noted. So if 2 people score the same, the fastest answer wins. We saw this last week when Dan and Amy were doing very, very well. And then it got to the last round and they drew with Mr. Blackie. And then Mr. Blackie won because he was quicker. He was 2 minutes quicker with his answers. So the fastest to the answer. Speed counts. There we go. So there's 3 rounds. There's a break. There's 3 rounds and there's a break. And then there's 2 rounds. Right then. Let me just... I hear mumbling on a phone behind me. So excuse me for a second. Are we all right, Ab?
Mum's just trying to join.
Okay.
She's like...
This is lovely. We're having a nice conversation with Abby's mum and dad, with Jenny and Rick. We'll get them on board any second. Oh dear. There would be here the scores from last week, but I made a lovely picture-in-picture thing. That's now gone. Anyway,
Okay.
right then,
Bye. I
guess we will go to round one. Are they on? Right then, good. So, well, I think we've got everyone now. I do apologise again. Right then, round one, as usual. Round is general knowledge. So, I guess we'll start with the first question. How many muscles do you have in all of your fingers combined? I will start the quiz. How many muscles do you have in all of your fingers combined? Is it 0? Is it 10? Is it 20? Or is it 24? What do we think? Muscles in your fingers. Doing this makes me think of Chris Fingers Taylor. That's what they used to call him. There we go. How many muscles do you have in all of your fingers combined? 0, 10, 20, or 24? There we go. I wonder what it is. Well, the correct answer was actually 0. In your fingers, you have none. You have 17 muscles in the palm of your hand, but you have none in your fingers. Sad face. Right then, on to the next question. Bamboozled you there, didn't I? Bamboozled you. You can look forward to a bit of that this week. Right then, how many toes does a two-toed sloth have? How many toes does a two-toed sloth have? Is it 2, 4, 8, or is it 10? What do we think? I've been told that this is just as good as Les Dennis, so I can take some pride in that. There we go. Gareth or Rob, feel free to let me know if the mic's okay now. Right then, so was it 2, 4, 8, or was it 10? Well, let me tell you, interesting fact about sloths. The correct answer is 10, and I'll tell you for why. They have 4 paws. They have 2 on each front paw, and the back paw has 3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
People are still having a bit of difficulty hearing you.
People are having difficulty hearing me. It's a bit off, but better sound than without. Okay then. We can address this at the break, perhaps. Right then, the next question is, what was Billy the Kid's real first name? What was Billy the Kid's real first name? Was it Kid? Was it Henry? Was it Bill? Or was it William? What do we think? Kid, Henry, Bill, or William? I'll have a bit of my drink. I'm actually quite thirsty.
Yeah, some people are saying it sounds fine, some people are saying they can't hear it.
Okay, right then.
Stuart's saying the mic is bassy.
Bassy? Oh, maybe I need to move the mic down a little bit. I do apologise. I shouldn't do this with the live. I'm not a sound professional, I'm afraid. I'm not much of a professional on anything at the moment. Billy the Kid's first name was Henry. It was not Kid, it was not Bill, and it was not William. So there we go. Right then, on to the next question. Why is a marathon race distance 26 miles and 386 yards? What do we think? Is it for the convenience of the British royal family? Is it the distance from Marathon, Greece to Athens? Is it not historically, but mythologically, the length of Zeus's bolt of lightning? Or is it the length of 50 circuits of the historic Acropolis in Greece? There we go. What do we think? For the convenience of the British royal family, and some other ones. I'm not going to read them again. Now, this is interesting, because it looks like 2 of you have got this right. Only 2. It is actually for the convenience of the British royal family. Marathons had been done for years and years and years. And basically, so it was a London marathon years ago. I'm not making this up. This is genuinely factual. I just didn't write down the numbers. They extended the race just a little bit so that it would end in front of the Royal Box in London. So there you go. That's why a marathon race is 26 miles and 385 yards. And then from that race, they decided, let's just keep this number. Why not? Right then, onwards. How many actors played Harry Potter in the Harry Potter movies? What do you think? How many people played Harry Potter in the Harry Potter movies? Was it 1? Was it 2? Was it 3? Or was it 5? What do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 5? Oh, so some interesting results here. There we go. There we go. Right then, what do we think? 1, 2, 3, or 5? Well, let me tell you, it's 5. When they go for like child Harry Potter in the future, things like that, there's 5. Right then, what was the Olympic Village for the 1980 Lake Placid USA Winter Games converted into after the Games? What was the Olympic Village for the USA 1980 Games turned into after the Games? Was it a Starbucks, a cinema, a prison, or a museum? Rob says that YouTube is buffering a lot and it's causing the video and audio to lag behind Slido if people don't click live. So please click live. Did it turn into a Starbucks, a cinema, a prison, or a museum? Look at this. There's some clever folk out there, aren't there? There are some clever folk out there. The correct answer is a prison. And I suppose it kind of makes sense when you've got 1,000 odd rooms. Just put some bars on them. Job done. I believe that's how prisons work. Right then, next up. Which is the hottest planet in our solar system? What do you think? Which is the hottest planet in our solar system? Is it the Sun, Mercury, Venus, or Saturn? What do you think? The Sun, Mercury, Venus, or Saturn? There we go. Lots of people thinking back to school, thinking, what did I learn in science? But we'll see what people think. Now, I mean, one of you has said the Sun, and let me tell you, the Sun is a sun, it is not a planet. The correct answer is Venus. I'll tell you for why. You get more of these facts this week. Do you like that? Mercury is much closer to the Sun, but Mercury does not have an atmosphere. Venus has an atmosphere, so when the heat comes into Venus, it stays there. I mean, not like forever, but the atmosphere on Venus helps retain much more of the sun's heat. Facts. Hashtag fact. What are the tallest trees on Earth? Are they the coast redwood? Is it a coast Douglas fir? Is it a giant sequoia? Or is it a Sitka spruce? What do you think? A coast redwood, a coast Douglas fir, a giant sequoia, or a Sitka spruce? Well, what do we think? It's quite split, this one. So, let me tell you. Oh, thank you. Abby's having a little cough there. The correct answer is the coast redwood. Now then, I always thought it was the giant sequoia. I was wrong until I researched this. The tallest, named Hyperion, is 115 meters tall. Its location remains a mystery so that chumps don't go and set fire to it or burn it down like they do with our 5G masts. Right then, next question. True or false, you would weigh more on Mars than you would on Earth? What do you think? If you're on Mars, you'd weigh more, or would you weigh less? Gravity. What do we know? There we go. True or false? You would weigh more on Mars than on Earth. Good. Dan Brown says, are you using OBS? No, Dan Brown, I'm not using OBS, but thank you for playing. It's nice to have you along. There we go. Right then, what do we think? True or false? Well, there's some clever cookies out there. The answer is false. You would weigh about 38% of your weight on Earth due to Mars's lower gravity. Once we're in space, how many rocket launches have SpaceX had? So SpaceX launch rockets to the International Space Station. Famously, Elon Musk fired his car and sent it into an orbit around Mars. How many launches do you think they've had? 57, 87, 91, or 109? Some of these have failed. They still count. They're a launch. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if my frames... I thought I had a frame drop. Maybe I did. Who knows? That's technical talk. Right then, what do we think? I'll tell you, the correct answer is 91. So well done to the majority of you who obviously are using Google. SpaceX Stats, I believe, is the website. Right then, here we go. Round number 2. So round number 2, Hannah, my friend Hannah says, started strong, 3 out of 10. Well, Hannah, you're going to have fun with this one, and I'll tell you for why. It's the Earth from above. Specifically, oh, look at those fireworks. It's the racetrack edition. Oh, yes. Here we go. I'm going to show you a picture of a racetrack. You just tell me what it is. Easy. Right then. So you can all get really close into your tellies now. Which racetrack is this? Is it Monza in Italy? Is it Imola in Italy? Is it Sao Paulo in Brazil? Or is it Interlagos in Brazil? I've got loads of things. My watch is vibrating like a champion with people going, oh no, oh dear, I can't believe this. Why would you do racetracks? There we go. Rob K, you'll be happy with it. Tim, you'll probably know them. Dan and Amy, if they're playing, Dan will probably smash this too. Right then. So, interestingly enough, the correct answer is the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace, otherwise known as Interlagos in Brazil. So there we go. Lovely. Right then, next one. Oh, look at that one. That's a lovely one, isn't it? Which racetrack is this? Is it Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi? Is it Sakir in Bahrain? Is it Baku, Azerbaijan? Or is it Monaco, Monte Carlo? What do we think? Although if you look very close in the middle, I think it actually tells you the answer. But there we go. Right, I don't know. I don't know if it can be read on that tiny display. Probably. Right then. Well, if people did see that, and also because there's quite a bit of sand and it's a marina, so you know, Yas Marina, Abu Dhabi is correct. Very pleasant looking place, if I do say so myself. Right then, here we go. Next one. Bam. Which one is this? This is a historic circuit. Is it Imola in Italy? Is it Monza in Italy? Is it Silverstone in the UK? Or is it the Nürburgring in Germany? What do we think? What do we think? That's a lovely one, isn't it? Very pleasant. Got a very large oval on it, which is currently, well, not currently, it's not used it for years. Which racetrack is this? Imola, Monza, Silverstone, or the Nürburgring? Well, there we go. I can tell you that Tim and Rob and other people, you're right, and everybody else is wrong. It is Imola in Italy, and I feel like apologising for this because I'm getting a lot of shit right now from people. But there we go. Gareth is saying, "Can you cough when it's the right answer?"
I don't know the answers.
Maybe. Right then, here we go. Next one. This one, lovely looking track, isn't it? It's like a big knife that you could throw. Which track is this? Is it the Fuji Speedway in Japan? Is it Tsukuba in Japan? Is it Suzuka in Japan? Or is it Albert Park in Australia? The good thing about this round is it's very hard for you chumps to Google. But so those who know, and those who don't, well, you can guess. Is it Fuji Speedway, Tsukuba, Suzuka, or Albert Park? My sister says, this is hilarious. I'll take that, Helen. You enjoy it. Right then, here we go. The correct answer is Suzuka in Japan, which, if you ever watch the Formula One, very, very nice track, very high-speed corner, which I'm not going to say the name of because I'll get it 130R, maybe? Who knows? Someone will correct me. This This next one looks very pretty, doesn't it, down by the water? Is this one the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, Canada? Is it Spa Francorchamps in Belgium? Is it Circuit Zandvoort in the Netherlands? Or is it Albert Park, Australia? It all looks very, very pleasant. Very nice indeed. I mean, sadly, we don't have it on the TV at the moment. Sadly for some people. I enjoy it. But yeah, no Formula One at the moment, which is very sad. Right, so this one is the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Canada.
The last one.
Very pleasant. Yeah, someone's got a question about Imola. Go on, Ab.
It said that the right answer was Monza.
No, it was Monza was the last one, yeah?
Yeah, it was Monza.
Monza was the last one. Did I say it was Imola?
Mm.
It was Monza. Sorry if I've said that wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Right then, this one. Here we go. Oh, you've got 4 more of these. Very good. Is this Brands Hatch, UK? Is it Donington Park, UK? Bedford Aerodrome? Or Aerodrome, as I've written there? Or is it Alton Park? What do we think? There we go. Will says he's never going to do. He'll have to guess at these. Rob says that Slido is messing up the answers, marking right answers as wrong. It could well be that I've just spazzed that and made a massive error on that myself. But let me see. Right, which racetrack is this? Yeah, sorry, I got confused myself then. This one is Alton Park. I do apologise if I've made an error. Let's just carry on. Let's just push through it. Let's just get through. This one, this is a nice one. I quite like to go. It's very grassy, very green, lots of trees. Is it Spa, Francorchamps? Is it Imola, Italy? Is it Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico? Or is it Spielberg, Austria? Well, none of you have said. Oh, one person has said Mexico. Does not really look like Mexico to me, but someone said it. And they've not changed it, even after I've spoken. Said it doesn't look like Mexico. Good. Right then, the correct answer is Spa-Francorchamps. The reason I look at my computer is because I have it spelled phonetically on my computer, because I'm an idiot and don't know how to say Francorchamps. Spa-Francorchamps. Anyway, next question. This one. Good. Apparently I'm being like Keith Chegwin now. Apparently Ben Ravens knows all these, which is good. Will said it was Mexico. You're wrong, Will. Is this one Spielberg, Austria? Is it Imola, Italy? Interlagos, Brazil? Or is it Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain? There we go. Whoever said Interlagos, that was the question. That was the answer for the first question. So you might want to change that if you've got time. You've not got time. It's gone. Right then. This one is Imola in Italy. Another very nice green one. Right then, next one. Apparently I'm starting the countdown a bit too quick, I've been told. Look at this audience interaction. Gareth, press your live button. Right then, this one. Okay, I'll go a bit slower. But I just get the feeling people want to get past these. Right,
Few people are liking it.
Few people like it, there we go. The Earth from Space. Right, what's this one? Is this Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia? Is it Sakir in Bahrain? Is it Baku, Azerbaijan? Or is it Circuit Paul Ricard, France? I can tell you, the first person who voted was correct. I looked at this, it just went, oh, there's the answers. Bang, first one. There we go. Very weird, this one. Doesn't have many runoffs, so the drivers just drive all over the place. It's upsetting. I can tell you, this one is Circuit Paul Ricard in France. There you go. The trophy is a gorilla-like style Michelin thing. It's weird. Right then, next one. Here we go. And this is the last one, sadly, for you people. I've just pressed the button too quick on here, so sorry. Is it Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia? Is it the Nürburgring, Germany? Hockenheimring, Germany? Or is it Silverstone, UK? It's very green, isn't it? But Germany can be green. UK can be green. Spain, probably not green. But, you know, I'll just throw that out there. Right then. And the majority of people have got this one, so well done to them. There we go. Right then. So you've all voted. Silverstone is correct. Very nice place to be. I was going to point at the screen then, but I was going to say I was in the VIP thing not long ago. I was going to point at it. I'm pointing on the screen behind. You don't know where that is, but you know. Good times. Right then. Round 3. Now then, so round 3, you'll be pleased to know, is music and lyrics. So Abby's put this one together. That's not me.
Don't say that, because then I'll get the grief for it.
That's not me throwing Abby under the bus. I think they're genuinely good questions. Right then, here we go. Name the pop group based on their list of band members. Terry Caldwell, Brian Harvey, John Hendy, Tony Mortimer. They're in a band. Which band? Is it Bad Boys Inc.? Is it E17? Is it 5? Or is it the Backstreet Boys? So Bad Boys Inc., E17, 5, or the Backstreet Boys. One of the people, I'm sure someone is Googling this right now, and you will see that one of the people, the name's on the screen there, he managed to run himself over with his own car. Special kind of guy. There we go. Right then, the answers are in, and the correct answer is E17, the man who ran himself over with his car, Brian Harvey. There we go. I think he actually committed suicide, which is actually very sad. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that, but it doesn't change the fact that he ran himself over with his own car. Next question. Which album was the Beatles' debut studio album? Which album was the Beatles' debut studio album? Was it Introducing the Beatles, Meet the Beatles, Please Please Me, Twist and Shout? What do we think? Good old Beatles. I think I've seen enough Beatles tribute bands in my life to, well, for anyone's lifetime, to be honest. Far too many. Mostly tools, a lot of them. Right then, Introducing the Beatles, Meet the Beatles, Please Please Me, or Twist and Shout. The majority of you have got this right. It is Please Please Me. Oh, here we go. It's taken a little while. Chris, I'm not reading that. Right then, Please Please Me. Here we go. In which year was Mr. Blobby, did Mr. Blobby reach number 1 in the UK singles charts? What do we think? Mr. Blobby. Blobby, Blobby, Blobby. 1990, 1992, 1994, or 1998? Blobby, Blobby. Good song. I can remember when I used to have my swimming lessons on it came on a couple of times on the public address system. Very pleasant. Right then.
Do you remember how it goes?
I do remember how it goes, Abby, but I'm not going to sing it. Blobby, Mr. Blobby, dun, 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 understand. Good. Right then, 1994. That was correct. Some people are saying that their stream keeps buffering.
I think that's just Andy's computer.
If it is, let me know. Obviously, we've had some issues this evening, and hopefully we can sort this out for next time. Right then, 1994. That's the year before I started secondary school. I was just a young boy. Next one. Which song are the following lyrics from? No more will my green sea go turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. Now, I read it like a weirdo, because I don't know what this is. No more will my green sea go turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. I could make a song up. People would love that. They wouldn't. Paint It Black, the Rolling Stones, Lola, the Kinks, Blowing in the Wind, Bob Dylan, or Hotel California by the Eagles. There we go. What do we think? Well, you people who said Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones, you would be correct. Well done to you. Very good. Right then, onwards to the next one. Who sang the following lyrics? I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces, fill the places I can't reach. I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces, fill the places I can't reach. Kings of Leon, Adele, John Mayer, or Sam Smith. I don't know this song, which is why I sing it weird. Not really sing, but talk it weird. Who knows? Read it weird. Right then. So here we go. Majority of you have got this right. Who sang the lyrics? The correct answer is Kings of Leon. So there we go. Right then. Next question. Devil Woman was a hit for Cliff Richard in what year? Devil Woman was a hit for Cliff Richard in what year? Was it 1970, 1976, 1980, or 1982? What do we think? Devil Woman by Cliff Richard. I never realised this was Cliff Richard, actually. He's just a devil woman. Is it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I didn't think Cliff would sing about a devil woman. But there we go. I won't talk about Cliff. Although I would love to genuinely see Cliff in concert. I think he'd be fabulous. Right then, Devil Woman was a hit for Cliff Richard in what year? The correct answer was 1976. So well done to you, to those of you who said 1976. Right then, on to the next one. Which artist has not headlined Glastonbury? Which artist has not headlined Glastonbury? Is it David Bowie, Radiohead, The Stone Roses, or Sinead O'Connor? What do we think? Which artist has not headlined Glastonbury? Look at me, I'm using my iPad like an old person because it's so slow. There we go. Which artist has not headlined Glastonbury? Interestingly enough, when Abby asked me this question, I said David Bowie, like a lot of you have said David Bowie. The correct answer is The Stone Roses. Let me tell you for why. They were originally released as a headliner. A rumoured headliner. Are you changing your tune now, aren't you?
No, they were scheduled to be a headliner.
They were scheduled to be a headliner, and then one of the chaps broke their collarbone, and they said, "Nah, we can't do it anymore." So there you go. Good. How long is the song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen? Good song. How long is it? Is it 4 minutes, 45 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 seconds, 5 minutes, 55 seconds, or is it 6 minutes, 35 seconds? Lots of people having fun. Andy Kettle is upset that so many people said Bowie. He's in the music biz, so I can understand why that would upset him. How long is the song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen? Well, I can tell you, it's 5 minutes, 55 seconds. I thought it was longer than that as well. It's not. Right then, next question. Which year did the Live Aid benefit concert organised by Bob Geldof and Midge Ure take place? Which year did the Live Aid benefit concert organised by Bob Geldof and Midge Ure take place? Was it 1983, 1985, 1987, 1989? I only know how to say the word Midge Ure because I kind of worked with him at one point, but I was confused. My friend had to tell me who he was and why he was important. But there you go. And then he was a lovely man. So there we go. What can I say? Midge Ure, lovely man. 1985 was correct. Most of you got that right. 57%. Right then, next one. I like this one. Who danced in the video for Weapon of Choice by Fatboy Slim? Good song, good video. Who danced? Was it Tom Hanks? Was it Samuel L. Jackson? Was it Christopher Walken, or was it Will Smith? Wow, 30 of you voted like that with the correct answer. That's fairly impressive. Tom Hanks, Samuel L. Jackson, Christopher Walken, or Will Smith? I'll tell you what, I think Tom Hanks. I love Tom Hanks, he's brilliant. There we go. Sorry, I'm just going off what left. I love Tom Hanks, he's so good. The correct answer was Christopher Walken. Right then, so what we will do now is we will have a break. Don't forget to wash your hands. We'll have 3 minutes. So usually, well, last week I had the scores on the screen here, and I actually had this all set up to do that, but then I had to change things. So let me see if I can easily do it now, or if it's just going to get very upset. I don't want to. Let me log back in. I don't want to upset the stream. Although all I've got in my head now is she's just a devil woman. Right. Well, looky here, Tim and Rachel, smashing it. There we go. Right then, I am going to have to add on. Here we go. Screen capture. Let's see if this kills the computer. It may well kill the computer and leave everyone upset. But let's see. Oh, that's almost bang on. Hold the line. Do. No. This is thrilling for all of you, isn't it? Just listening to me. Very close to the screen. That goes down there, and the bottom goes in like that. Right then, hold on. Here we go. Right then, bam, got some scores for you. I did have a secondary monitor set up over here so that I could read this, but I cannot read it. Tim and Rachel, I'm just going to get right in there. Look at this. All very fun. Tim and Rachel are winning. Well done to them. Josh, doing well. There we go. Sausage, I think that says sausage fingers. I genuinely can't tell. Paddy's Pub, doing well. Do you know what? I'm going to sack this up. I'm just going to read it from there. I'm just going to read it from my phone because doing it from here is not doing it for me. Screen capture. Let's remove that. Good. Well, I've used all of the break to not get anything done that I wanted to, which is pleasant. There we go. Right. In fact, Gareth says my music seems to be linked. Yes, the music is incredibly loud. Oh, good. We're having so much fun. Oh, like amateur hour today. No, I'm not doing well. I do apologise. I'm usually much more on the ball than this. Right then, Slido. Let me log into Slido. Chris Mack, Gareth. It's the other way around. Gareth, Chris Mack says that you are lovely. Hang on, just let me log into Slido and then I can tell you all the lovely leaderboard. But, well, what can we say? That Mr. Tim Norris is doing well. Here we go. This one. It is not showing it me. I'll forget that. Right then, I'll forget that for now. So the next question we have is, sorry, not next question, next round, geography. Oof, who doesn't love a nice bit of geography? So, do you know what? I'm really sorry. I'm just going to close this a second. Because my computer processor is going nuts. Oh, very unprofessional today. I'll delete the screen capture. Delete the system audio capture. We'll apply that. There we go. That should help a little bit. Oof! And back I sit down. Very good. Right then. So, the first geography question. To the nearest 1,000 miles, what is the circumference of the world at the equator? To the nearest 1,000 miles, what is the circumference of the world at the equator? Is it 10,000 miles, 25,000 miles, 100,000 miles, or 250,000 miles? What do we think? The Earth at the equator. What do we think? Rob K says I should get the max fan control. Rob, I think I will. Gareth says he doesn't like geography. Abby's doing very well, apparently.
Doing very well what?
Oh, I don't know. Helen says you're doing well. Right then, so 25,000 miles is correct. So well done to those of you who put that. There we go. That is the correct answer. The next question. Which Scottish lake contains more water than all of the lakes and rivers of England and Wales combined? Which Scottish lake contains more water than all of the lakes and rivers of England and Wales combined? Is it Loch Lomond? Is it Loch Morar, Loch Ness, or Loch Tay? One of these lochs is massive. Which one? Oh, interesting scoring. There we go. Well, I can officially tell you that a lot of you are wrong. The answer is Loch Ness. So, lots of room for Nessie to roam, which is very important for people who like Nessie. Next one. Which of the following countries does not have a population exceeding 200 million? Which of the countries does not have a population exceeding 200 million? Is it Indonesia, Pakistan, Russia, or Brazil? Which one does not have 200 million people? What do we think? Interesting choices. Which of the following countries does not have a population exceeding 200 million people? That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. And interestingly, the votes are quite split on this one. People just assume Brazil for some reason. Brazil has 200 million people. Over that, so does Pakistan, so does Indonesia. Russia does not. Russia, the largest landmass, the largest country in the world, and it does not have 200 million people. They're all spread out. They're all spread out. Which I looked at that and said Indonesia, and I went, oof, they'll be very close together. It's, yes, densely populated. Anyway, next one. There we go. Well, Chris Taylor is saying this quiz was written for Tim. It was not. He's just, I don't know, maybe he's good. Right. How many islands is Japan made up of? How many islands is Japan made up of? Is it? Sorry, I didn't mark that one as correct. I will now. It was Russia. How many islands is Japan made up of? 852, 3,852, 6,852, or 12,852? Now, as soon as the Slido went live, someone clicked the right answer, which makes me think you're a cheat. But who knows? How many islands is Japan made up of? I thought it was 852. Just that was my first thought. Turns out it's not. Turns out it's 6,852, which I'm sure you'll agree. There's a lot of islands. Right then, here we go. Which island is the easternmost member of the Antilles? Which island is the easternmost member of the Antilles? Is it Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent, or Trinidad? What do we think? Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent, or Trinidad? Which island is the easternmost member of the Antilles? Abby, that was not giving the answer with her coughing. She was just genuinely coughing. Right then. Oh, it's a good split of answers, this one. This is the best split we've had. The most easternmost member of the Antilles is Barbados. 28% of you got that correct. It's just the furthest east of the Antilles. Which is not a capital of South Africa? Yes, that's right. Which is not a capital of South Africa? Bloemfontein, Cape Town, Johannesburg, or Pretoria? Which is not a capital? Which is not a capital? Bloemfontein, Cape Town, Johannesburg, or Pretoria? Which is not a capital? Now, I learned something when I found this question on the internet. And I'll tell you that the correct answer is Johannesburg, which most of you got wrong. Pretoria is the executive capital. Bloemfontein, however you say it, is the judicial capital. And Cape Town is the legislative capital. Who even knew? I guess it's like Amsterdam and the Hague situation. So there we go. What is the longest mountain range in the world? What is the longest mountain range in the world? Is it the Andes, the Himalayas, the Rockies, or the Transantarctics? Transantarctics. That sounds beefy, doesn't it? Andes, Himalayas, Rockies, Transantarctics. Most people have smashed this straight away, and I got this wrong. I feel like a fool. Right then, here we go. The correct answer was the Andes. People are telling me that Abby may have coronavirus. I don't believe she does. I really hope she doesn't. That would be horrendous. Right then. The Andes, they are the longest mountain range in the world. I foolishly thought it was the Himalayas. So if you put that, you have my sympathies. Right then. Which of the following countries is not a member state of the European Union? Which of the following countries is not a member state of the European Union? Is it... Sorry, technology being slow. Denmark, Finland, Norway, or Sweden? What do we think? Which of the following countries is not a member state of the European Union? Denmark, Finland, Norway, or Sweden? One of them isn't a part of the EU. I could have put us as that as well, couldn't I suppose now, which is fairly sad. But there we go. There we go. Which of the following is not a member? Norway is the correct answer. So well done to those of you who said Norway. Whenever I hear or say Norway, I think Snorway, like they should be, like tired or boring. Snorway. Anyway, the flag of which country is the only non-rectangular national flag? Those of you who were playing last week will know the answer to this. Is it Bhutan? Is it Nepal? Is it Switzerland? Or is it Vatican City? The flag of which country is the only non-rectangular national flag? Bhutan, Nepal, Switzerland, Vatican City. There we go. Apparently now, so I've gone from being like Les Dennis to Keith Chegwin, and now I'm like Michael Barrymore. There we go. Norway apparently is lovely. And also, forget Norway, I agree. Kenya, can you believe it? It's a song. Anyway, the correct answer was Nepal. I should really have put a picture over here of it. It's kind of like pointy, but pleasant. Right then. Ordnance survey maps cover. What do they cover? Do they cover Europe, USA, the whole world, or just the United Kingdom? Ordnance survey maps. Do they cover Europe, USA, the whole world, or just the United Kingdom? What do we think? Lovely maps. Lovely maps. I do like a good map. Apparently it's jumping and buffering loads for us now. Yeah, my CPU's getting a bit nuts. Oh, hang on. My time machine has started. Sad face. I just say I set up a new user on my computer to try and stop these kind of things from happening. Oh, now we're jumping in mad CPU. Hang on. Let me try and clear that for you as well. Well, we'll see if that gets any better. Anyway, Ordnance Survey maps, they cover just the United Kingdom. And it would be a lot of work to do the whole world. That's where we have the people like Google, which is good. So, next round. There we go. Ed says, you aren't buffering for us. Oh, that sounds sordid. Right then. This one, for you travelling people, I don't mean gypsies, it's airport codes. So, I was asked to do this round. I'll start with a nice easy one, BHX. Which airport is BHX? Is it Boston? Is it Bournemouth? Is it Birmingham? Or is it Beijing? Boston, USA, Bournemouth, UK, Birmingham, UK, or Beijing, China? What do we think? I have to be very careful then, because it turns out that the other options I wrote on my computer different to what I actually decided to put in Slido. There isn't Bermuda there, but it's written on the computer down here. Anyway, that's not the answer. The answer, of course, is Birmingham, UK. Well done to you people who said Birmingham, UK. That is correct. Next one, PIS. I feel like some people might do some screen grabs for this one. PIS. Is it Warsaw, Poland? Is it Poitiers in France? Is it Philadelphia, USA? Or is it Pikes Peak, USA? What do we think? Warsaw, Poland, Poitiers in France, Philadelphia, USA, or Pikes Peak, USA? PIS or PIS. Oh dear. There's plenty more of these acronyms to come. Abby's not seen these, so you know. Anyway, the correct answer is Poitiers in France. Right then, here's the next one for you. Definitely some screen grabs coming up now. There you go. I'll give you a thumbs up for it. Good. Right then, that's done. POO. Is it Poco de Caldas in Brazil, Warsaw, Poland, Lima, Peru, or Baikonur in Russia? What do we think? Poco de Caldas in Brazil, Warsaw, Poland, Lima, Peru, or Baikonur in Russia, or Kazakhstan, depending on what how you like to look at these things. Right then, well, I can say that most of you have got this correct. It is Poco or Pocos de Caldas. This is me butchering languages here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise. Right then, the next one, FAQ. Which airport is FAQ? Is it Zarit in Qatar? Is it Doha, Qatar? Is it Frida River, Papua New Guinea? Or is it Kaita, Papua New Guinea? What do we think? Zarit, Qatar, Doha, Qatar, Frida River, Papua New Guinea, or Kaita, Papua New Guinea. Interesting fact, I was once in the Solomon Islands, and depending on which shop you went to, you could get cans of Coca-Cola, and they were produced in different countries. The ones produced in Papua New Guinea, PNG, were the nicest ones. I think it's because they were made with cane sugar, as opposed to some of the others. Anyway, the answer is Frida River, Papua New Guinea. The next one, wow, WOW. Which airport is WOW? Is it Warsaw, Poland, Warrington, UK, Washington, DC, USA, or is it Willow, Arkansas, USA? What do we think? Warsaw, Poland, Warrington, UK, Washington, DC, USA, or Willow, Arkansas, USA? Wow. It makes me think of, what's his name? What's his name? The ghost? Wow. Owen Wilson. Wow. 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 Anyway, the correct answer, That's enough of that. Is Willow, Arkansas, USA. Right there. Next question. ORD. Is ORD Chicago, Illinois, Orlando, Florida, Oregon International, Oregon, or Honiara, Solomon Islands? What do we think? Chicago, Illinois, Orlando, Florida, Oregon International, Oregon, or Honiara, Solomon Islands? My processor still appears to be going a bit wild. Keeps going a bit red there. Dan earlier asked if I was using OBS, and I think I probably will be next time now that this has happened. But my main letdown was from YouTube being daft. Anyway, the correct answer is Chicago, Illinois. Well done to you people. I don't know why it's ORD. It'd probably be like Orville, Robert Downey Airport or something. Anyway, next one. YVR. YVR. Which airport do we think YVR is? Is it St. Petersburg, Russia? Is it Vancouver International Airport, Canada? Yemen International, Yemen, or Doha, Qatar? What do we think? St. Petersburg, Russia, Vancouver International Airport, Yemen International, Yemen, or Doha, Qatar? Qatar! I feel like I should wave when I say Qatar. There we go. What do we think? Well, most of you who voted have got this right, but there was a good split. But 51% of you said Vancouver International Airport. Those people are correct. Right, here we go. Another screen grab for people. BUM. BUM. Which airport is BUM? Is it Bournemouth, UK, Barry Island, Wales, Berlin, Germany, or is it Butler, Missouri, USA? Bournemouth, UK, Barry Island, Wales, Berlin, Germany, or Butler, Missouri, USA? Bizarrely, Slido on my screen here just told me that 109% of you had got the answer. I would put the answer. But there we go. Right then, the correct answer was Butler, Missouri, USA. There we go. Throwing you. No one put Barry Island, which is a shame. Oh, next one. AGP. AGP. Which airport? Is it Malaga, Spain, Paris, France, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, or is it Azuwakamatsu, Japan? What do we think? Malaga, Spain, Paris, France, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, or is it Azuwakamatsu, Japan? That's an odd. I like that people are clicking on that one purely because Dave can't say it. There we go. Azuwakamatsu, Japan, is incorrect. Although I honestly wish it was right. Malaga, Spain. That's what we're dealing with. Malaga, Spain is the correct answer. Next one. Last one. LOL. LOL. Now, is that for Derby Field, Nevada, USA? Is it Lafayette, Georgia, Lake Placid, New York, or Lexington, Tennessee? Lexington, Tennessee. Derby Field, Nevada, Lafayette, Georgia, Lake Placid, New York, or Lexington, Tennessee? We got some fine airports down in Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee, and I can't remember if they spoke like that, but who knows? The correct answer is Derby Field in Nevada, which serves Lovelock City. LOL, Lovelock City. Round 6, here we go. Now we're starting now. I have some nice pictures for you again. World records. Now then, I'm just going to have a bit of my beverage. World records. Which production car has the Guinness record for being the world's fastest? Which production car has the Guinness record for being the world's fastest? Let me turn the brightness down on my television here again. It's done that delightful thing where it absolutely mullers the webcam. There we go. Now, this is a... Oh, I need to press question, don't I? Silly goose. Which production car has the Guinness record for being the world's fastest? Is it the Bugatti Veyron Supersport? Is it the Bugatti Chiron Supersport prototype? The Koenigsegg Agera RS? Or is it the SSC Ultimate Aero TT? Which production car has the Guinness record for being the world's fastest, according to Guinness? Right then, well, let me tell you, the correct answer is the Bugatti Veyron Supersport, which I don't actually have written down what speed it did. I think it did a 261 or something. The Agera RS did 277, but is not verified by Guinness. And the Chiron reached 304 miles an hour, but was a prototype and only did one way with the wind behind it. Can you believe it? Right then, anyway, Usain Bolt has the record for the world's fastest 100-meter sprint. But how long did it take him? How long do we think Usain Bolt to run 100 meters? 9.21, 9.52, 9.58 or 9.94? What do you think? Usain Bolt doing his fast running things. Oh, I've just remembered. I was going to put on some kind of sports attire. Hold on, I'm going to take the mic off for just a second. Put that there. Here we go. There we go. Ooh. I can't do a sports round without being ready for it. I had a jersey out. That's upstairs now, but I'll put these on to make up for it. Hang on. There we go. You've got our props, haven't you? Oh, there we go. Right then. Everything's gone a very odd colour. The answer was 9.58, so well done to 42% of you. You got that right, Usain Bolt. 9.58. Good, right then. Next one. George Hood has the record for the world's longest time spent in an abdominal plank position, but how long was he planking? What's the Guinness record for George Hood? Longest time spent planking, 8 hours 11 minutes 17 seconds, 8 hours 15 minutes 15 seconds, 9 hours 17 minutes 23 seconds, or 10 hours 13 minutes and 47 seconds. It takes a while to say numbers, doesn't it? There we go. How long was he planking for? It's actually quite comfortable wearing this. I might carry on. There we go. Well, I can tell you the correct answer was 8 hours 15. And yes, a lot of you got that right. Apparently, since then, he's done a 10-hour one, but it is not verified by Guinness, so it's wrong. Next one. Tony Glover has the record for growing the world's largest onion. But how heavy was it? Tony Glover has the record for growing the world's largest onion, but how heavy was it? Was it 8.5 kilograms, 8.9 kilograms, 14.3 kilograms, or was it 15.23 kilograms? There we go. What do you think? What do you think? Big onion. You can see him holding it there, caressing it. He's having a lovely time. Lovely time. There we go. Abby's okay. Don't worry about that. She's got a drink. Right then, I can tell you that the correct answer was 8.5. 8.5 kilograms was a fairly large onion, but not as large as the majority of you expected. Right then, Joel Wow has the record for the largest rubber band ball, but how heavy is it? There he is with his rubber band ball. How heavy is it? Is it 8.5 kilograms? No, I'm reading the wrong things. Lol. How heavy is it? Is it 1,230 kilograms, 3,825 kilograms, 4,097 kilograms, or is it 7,022 kilograms? Look at the size of that. Looks like a small car. We've got a good split on the voting here. Good split indeed. Yeah, separate the cheaters from the non-cheaters amongst you. The correct answer was 4,097 kilograms, which surprisingly 43% of you got. There we go. Right then, next one. Ram Singh Chauhan has the world's longest moustache. But how long is his moustache? 11 feet, 12 feet, 14 feet, or 19 feet? What do we think? 11, 12, 14, or 19 feet? Some people are still saying it's buffering, so I can only apologise. I don't know why. All I know is that YouTube has been very sad with me today. The correct answer, 14 feet. He has a long beard moustache. I like the next question. Zach the Macaw holds the record for the most canned drinks opened by a parrot in 1 minute. But how many did he open? Did he open 30, 35, 40, or 65? I'm going to take off these sunglasses because when I turn my head, things go weird on my monitors because they're polarised. Right then, 30, 35, 40, or 65? What do we think? He's a macaw, Zach the Macaw. He can open cans like a champion. Oh, there we go. Let's put that there. The correct answer is 35. So well done to those of you who said 35. You were correct. Right then, next one. Look at this lovely lady. Russian woman Svetlana Pankratova officially has the world's longest legs. But how long are they? The longest legs in the world. Russian woman Svetlana Pankratova officially has the world's longest legs, but how long are they? 46.3 inches, 49.1, 50.2, or 51.9 inches. What do we think? Someone needs to get a tape measure out on that picture. They are certainly long legs, I'll give her that. Sound like Alan Partridge. Oh, look at those legs. Lovely legs. The correct answer was 51.9 inches, which I wish I had a tape measure so I could measure that. I don't. Next question. Zeus the dog was the world's tallest dog, but how tall is he? I only say was because I believe he died, but I think he still has the record. Look at him, such a beast. How tall is he? Is he 1.122 meters tall, 1.18, 1.232, or 1.843? What do we think? How tall is this tall dog? Is that a small woman? Is it a small house? Who knows? What do we think? There we go. How tall is Zeus the dog? Well, usually when this happens, I get a lot of messages telling me, Dave, you're wrong. Everything's wrong. Well, how tall is he? Apparently he is 1.118 meters tall. Most of you said 1.232. I don't know if you found some other dog who isn't Zeus, but Zeus is the one I was looking for. Right then. Next question. Sweet Pea is the world's fastest dog over 100 meters with a can on his head. But how long did he take to 100 meters? Was it come on. There's a chance this might have crashed the web page, which is fun. Gives you people. Oh, here we go. How long did he take? 1 minute 32 seconds, 1 minute 54 seconds, 2 minutes 55 seconds, or 4 minutes 23 seconds. I'm going to undo this because it's aching my neck a bit. There we go. I'll still keep it on though because, safety first. And we're in the world record. Oh, we're not even in the sports round. We're in the world round. Oh, I'm having a mare. Right then. How long did he take? He took 2 minutes, 55 seconds. Messages are coming in telling me things. This round is ridiculous. Loving the Guinness records for dogs. So the correct answer, was 2 minutes, 55 seconds. which conveniently leads us to another break time. Now then, I will see if I can find the scores on this break time. Yes. Here we go. Right then, that's counting down. So let me have a look on here. Apparently the last one gave 2 right answers. Oh, it did. It did. I do apologise. I've definitely clicked the wrong thing there. It was 2 minutes 55. It was not 1 minute 54. But, you know, some people are going to get some free points. The next round is sports. So here we go. I've got a moment to go and get my sports attire up. Hold on. So I got Gideon carried away with which round it was, so I'll put my helmet back on, but I've made up for it by wearing a football shirt as well. Right then, Mr. Microphone. On we go. Right then, let me see if I can see a leaderboard without this getting very, very sad at me. Right, that doesn't want to show me the leaderboard. Let's see if this wants to show me the leaderboard. Let's request the desktop site and see if that works. It'll tell me the answers to my quiz, which I don't need. 35 seconds to go. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, here we go. I've done something weird on my iPad. Let's just leave that for a second. Here's what we're going to do. It's going to show the desktop because good fun times. Now then, let's log into this website and I just drag it across in a chump-esque manner. Oh, we're having all kinds of fun here, aren't we? The trouble beckons, you see, because I'm on Abby's laptop, not on mine. Here we go. I'm going to make you all buffer again. Right then. Oh, here we go. Right then. Just let me make sure I'm in the right area of the frame. Oh, I'm over there. Hello. So, Josh is winning with 44 out of 60. Trivia Newton-John, the original, has got 35 out of 60. Steaming Kettles in third place, 34. The Funnies, 33, fourth. Fifth place is Sarah. Sixth place is Will Blackie. Seventh is Chris's Tuck Shop. Welcome along. Eighth is The Max. Ninth is Paddy's Pub. Tim and Rachel in 10th. 007. Whenever I see 007, I always want to say, ooh, Shevin. 12 is the Gorns. Oh, the Gorns! Very pleasant to have you along. 13 is Cruising. Cruise is nice to have you there. 14 is Norfolk and Flags. But it's a slur. I'm guessing that's Rob K. Neville's 15th. Team Ravens 16th. Oh, they're falling. Spangles, Sausage Fingers, Free Nelson Mandela, Shenley Massive, Ed Bateman, Cozzers, Where There's a Wall, There's a Way, Quinton Quarantino, I like that, Chloe, Winners, Flags Are Not Pleasant, Tony and Marion, 28th, Nikki and Joe, 29th, You're a Quizzard, Harry, 30th, Peter and Kathy, 31st, Hamo +1, Flying Solo, Mark and Sophie, She's So Melvis, Francis Calloway, Quizzy Wizzy, Let's Get Busy, 37th, Kathy, 38th, Paul and Chloe, Sarah Simon, Team Links, 18 points, 41st, Never Gonna Quiz You Up, 42nd, Taylor Towers, 43rd with 18, The Field Enders, 18 points, the kind of man doing like this, he is 45th, Brayton Duo, 46th with 18 points, McRoberts in 47th, Carol, Spring Chickens, Rachel, Dice for Alex, Mimdi Akabusi, 52, Dan, Hamiltonians, Connor Flynn, Emma H, and Lone Rasunja. So good. Right then, let's get back to what you all came here for, which of course, sports. Right then. Here we go. We'll start a question. Oh, Dan and Amy didn't say they were playing, did it? No? Dan and Amy decided not to play this week, mate. I didn't text him. I do apologise. Right then. Anyway, who was the Formula One world champion for the 50th season? The 50th season of Formula One. Who was the world champion that year? What do we think? Was it? Oh, my iPad is having a mare. Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, Jackie Stewart, or Lewis Hamilton? What do we think? All champions within their own rights. Ooh, a problem occurred with this webpage, so it was reloaded, but luckily the quiz had started. I don't have access to my usual... Well, I'd borrow things off people and whatnot. I don't have. Just waiting for this page to load up. Right then. So the correct answer I'll tell you was Michael Schumacher, which 49% of you said. So well done to you. The 50th season. So I think something like year 2000 or something. I only started in the 50s. Weird. Who won the 2019 Tour de France? What do we think? Who won the 2019 Tour de France? Oh, I need to run this off a computer. Chris Froome, Vincenzo Nibali, Geraint Thomas, or Engel Bernal? What do we think? The 2019 Tour de France. Chris Froome, Vincenzo Nibali, Geraint Thomas, however you say it, Egan Bernal. What do we think? Egan Bernal. That's the last one. Well, I can tell you that in 2019, Egan Bernal won it. Geraint Thomas won it the year before, and I think it was Chris Froome the year before that, or it was either Vincenzo Nibali or Chris the year before that. Who knows? Anyway, the correct answer was Egan Bernal. This technology. Right then. Who came sixth in the 18-19 Football Premier League? That's 18/19, not 18-19, as Abby thought. Oh, hello. It's all going on. What do we think? Who came sixth? Was it Manchester United, Arsenal, Wolverhampton Wanderers, or Everton? Apparently, Jenny thinks all my electronic devices have coronavirus. Well, they may do. And apparently, there might be another Taylor playing. Chris Taylor is not the only Taylor playing. Or someone's saying they're Chris Taylor. Who knows? There may be more than one. In fact, I know there's more than one because there's a football player called Chris Taylor as well. Anyway, the correct answer of who came sixth in the Premier League last season, it was Manchester United. How they have fallen from grace, says the man in Aston Villa shirt. Right then. What was the longest circuit on the 1819 Formula One calendar? What was the longest circuit? Was it Baku, Azerbaijan? I mean, like distant, like how long is the track? Silverstone, Spa, Belgium, or Sochi Autodrome, Russia? I tell you what, someone, bam, straight in. The first person was right. So well done to them. If you know, you know, I suppose. As is the way with these kind of quizzes. If you know, you know. Well, I can reveal to you that, it's quite a good split there. Oh, no, in fact, the correct answer is not there. Spa is the longest. Spa, Francorchamps. However, I wrote it down earlier. Belgium. 29% of you got that right. Again, I'd like to go. Lovely looking track. Next question. Way! I do apologise. Who has scored the most Premier League goals? Who has scored the most Premier League goals? Is it Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, Sergio Aguero, or Michael Owen? Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, Sergio Aguero, or Michael Owen? When I asked Abby who she thinks, she said, was it that small one? Put that small one in. Michael Owen, he's the small one. Although I don't know his height in comparison to any of the others.
Rooney's quite short.
Rooney's a short one, yeah. Aguero's probably quite short as well. Mr. Shearer, I saw him at the airport once. He didn't look short. Who knows? He could be. There we go. The correct answer is Alan Shearer with 260 goals. Similar question. Who has scored the most goals for the national England football team, the men's football team? Who has scored the most goals for the national England football team? Is it Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, Michael Owen, or Gary Lineker? What do you think? Oh, it's a long quiz tonight, isn't it? When we were delayed at the start. I do apologise again. What do we think? Right then. Well, everyone seems to know this. Everyone's got good skills. Wayne Rooney is the correct answer. How long is the 24 hours of Le Mans race? And I mean in time, not in distance. How long is the 24 hours of Le Mans race? Is it 23 hours, 59 minutes? 24 hours and 1 minute, or 24 hours and 7 minutes? What do we think? 24 hours of Le Mans. Is it 24 hours? Is it less? Is it more? Who knows? Well, I guess we'll find out in just a second. We'll have a trick to you. Ooh, who knows? But because there's a delay, you won't know this until after I've revealed it anyway. Right then, voting is closed. I can tell you that the 24 hours of Le Mans race is 24 hours. I've tricked some of you. In fact, I've tricked 60% of you. Well done, Dave. Who won the Ashes in 2015? And I do, of course, mean the cricket trophy and not just some Ashes. Was it Australia, England, South Africa, or New Zealand on the old cricket competition? What do we think? Who won the Ashes in 2015? I'm going to take this off. I think I've had all the cycling related questions. There we go. Now I've got helmet hair. Oof, mince. Right, who won the Ashes? Someone said New Zealand. Then they don't do the Ashes. It's Australia or England, and the answer was England. Now, that's a good old split. A lot of guesswork there. Right then, who has won the most Wimbledon's women's singles titles? Who has won the most Wimbledon women's singles titles? Who's the best woman, basically? Martina Navratilova, Serena Williams, Steffi Graf, or Venus Williams? Is it a Williams girl? Is it a Navratilova or a Graf girl? What do we think? What do we think? Who has won the most Wimbledon women's singles titles? There we go. Wow. A lot of you, 69% of you, are incorrect. Serena Williams, I believe, has 8, whereas Martina Navratilova has 9. She's something of a champion. Well, I mean, they're all champions, let's be honest. But she's more of a champion. Now then, here we go. Formula One used to be televised on the BBC. What music was used for the introduction? What do we think? Was it Krista Berg, Lady in Red, AC/DC, Back in Black, Fleetwood Mac, The Chain, or Cliff Richard, Wired for Sound? I tell you, Lady in Red would be just wonderful. I mean, it might be the correct answer. I think it'd be wonderful. She's dancing with me, cheek to cheek. Abby's shushing me. Apparently, I shouldn't be singing. Right then. I can excitingly tell you that it is, of course, Fleetwood Mac, The Chain. Premier League goals was a question on Ellis and John's Radio 5 show today, so it looks like Gareth got that one right. Well done, Gareth. Right then, here we go. Round 8, which is the final round. And let me tell you, I've picked a humdinger of a round for you. The royal family. Of course. What else could it be? The royal family. What was the name of the Queen's paternal grandfather? The Queen had a paternal grandfather. What was his name? Was it King George V, Charles Spencer, King Edward VIII, or King Edward VII? What do we think? King George V, Charles Spencer, King Edward VIII, or King Edward VII? We've got a good split of answers here. There we go. Ooh, interestingly. Well, I can tell you 56% of you have got it right. It was King George V. Good old Georgie. Right then, next one for you. How old is Prince Philip? He's an old man, but how old? Is he 90, 91, 98, or is he 99? My hair's getting a bit wild, isn't it? I've got some trimmers, so I can... Maybe I'll do it on next week's show. I won't do it on next week's show, but I might have shorter hair next week. Who knows? 90, 91, 98, or 99? I didn't write down a note for this one, but I believe it was 98. Pardon me?
Last round.
Yes, last round. Oh, and I didn't write. Usually I write the title at the top here, the royal family, but I've not done that. So, very unprofessional of me. There's been a lot unprofessional tonight, let's be honest. I do apologise. It's usually quite a professional thing. Anyway, 98, next one. Where was the Queen born? The Queen, she was born somewhere. Where was she born? Was she born Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, Bruton Street, Mayfair, or Guy's Hospital, London? Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, Bruton Street, Mayfair, not Manchester, or Guy's Hospital in London. What do we think? The Queen. Lovely woman. She was born somewhere. But where? But where indeed. Right then. Now, it's interesting that a lot of you have actually got this right. The correct answer is Bruton Street, Mayfair. It's number 7 Bruton Street, I can tell you, and it's now a Chinese restaurant. So you can go and eat Chinese food in the room where the Queen was born. Weird. Next question. The Prince of Wales was invested in which Welsh castle in 1969? Was it Crickeith Castle, Powys Castle, Harlech Castle, or Carnarvon Castle? What do we think? Crickeith, Powys, Harlech, or Carnarvon? All lovely castles, but only one of them had the Prince of Wales in it when he was invested. And if you watch The Crown, which let me tell you, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. You would know the answer to this. Carnarvon Castle is the correct answer. There we go. What is the title of the children's book that Prince Charles wrote in 1980? Prince Charles wrote a children's book. But what was it called? Was it called The Elephant and the Rhino, The Old Man of Lochnagar, The Horse and the Game, or The Horse of Bosworth? Oof. The Elephant and the Rhino, The Old Man of Lochnagar, The Horse and the Game, or the Horse of Bosworth. They do like horses, those chaps, don't they? Well, I can tell you that the answer was The Old Man of Lochnagar. I don't know if that's how you say it. Lochnagar, probably, not Lochnagar. But there we go. In which year was the royal yacht HMY Britannia decommissioned? HMY Britannia was decommissioned in which year? 1987, 1992, 1997, or 1999? Lovely boat. If you like a boat, what's not to like? There we go. Did I not put any background music on this anymore? Maybe I didn't. Oh no, this link is still there. Anyway, sorry, chatting to myself. I changed some things around in the programming. Maybe I've mullered it, who knows. The correct answer was 1997, was decommissioned, which is very upsetting. Her Majesty's Yacht Britannia. In which English county is Gatcombe Park, the country residence of Anne Princess Royal? In which English county is Gatcombe Park, the English residence of Anne Princess Royal? Merseyside, Gloucestershire, Lincolnshire, or Oxfordshire? What do we think? Gatcombe Park, the country residence of Anne Princess Royal. What do you think? What do you think? I know where she stays when she comes up to the Merseyside area. It's not this one. It is Gloucestershire. Well done. Also, double Gloucester, lovely cheese. What can I say? Double Gloucester and chive. Ooh, as cheeses go. Excellent. There are two duchies in England. One is the Duchy of Cornwall. Can you name the other one? I imagine you can, because it's going to be written in front of you. Lincoln, Oxfordshire, West Mercia, or Lancaster? Which duchy? One is the Duchy of Cornwall. Can you name the other? Duchy of Lincoln, Duchy of Oxfordshire, the Duchy of West Mercia, or the Duchy of Lancaster? What do we think? So many options. Well, I can tell you, it's Lancaster. Very good. Right then, the next one. In which year was the wedding of Prince Charles to Diana? Was it 1981, 82, 83, or 84? In which year was the wedding of Prince Charles to Diana? 1981, 82, 83, or 84? Lovely stuff. I look forward to the next series of The Crown when they feature more of Princess Diana.
Or any. She's not been in it.
Has she not been in it? Oh no, she hasn't been in it yet. When they do feature her. Anyway, the correct answer, of course, was 1981. And now, friends, what can I say? The last question is upon us. So, I hope you do well. For the London Olympics, the Queen played herself in a short film as part of the opening ceremony, alongside which actor? What do you think? Which actor? Was it Les Dennis, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, or Hugh Grant? What do we think? For the London Olympics, the Queen played herself in a short film as part of the opening ceremony, alongside which actor? Well, there we go. Let's see. 98% of you have got this right. One of you thinks that it's Pierce Brosnan. So, well done to you, Pierce Brosnan. Although he was a fine James Bond. The correct answer was, of course, Daniel Craig. Well, thanks for playing. Usually, I put a leaderboard up, but due to our technical difficulties earlier, I can't put it on the screen, but I can see it on here. And it should tell you on all of your devices now. Josh, 59 out of 80. I don't know which Josh that is. I know it's just Josh. So, you know, well done, Josh. I'd usually offer some kind of prize, like a meal deal or something like that. But Josh, let me know who you are. I'll sort out a prize. Chris's Tuck Shop in second. Chris, that's some good old-fashioned cheating. Well done. Trivia Newton-John in third. Steaming Kettles in fourth. The Funnies in fifth. Will Blackie in sixth. 007 in seventh. Well done. 007, if you had been 30 seconds quicker, you would have come sixth. The Max in eighth. The Gorns in 9. And Gorns, if you'd have been 30 seconds quicker, you would have jumped up a place as well. Tim and Rachel, 10th. Tony and Marion, 11th. Mother and Father, if you'd have been a minute and 30 seconds quicker, you would have been in the top 10. Cruising, 39. Cruises, if you'd have been a minute quicker, you would have been 2 minutes quicker and you would have been above Tim and Rachel. Oh, Paddy's Pub as well with 39. Shenley Massive in 14th. Cozza, 15th. Where There's a Wall, There's a Way, 16th. Norfolk and Flags, 17th. Nikki and Joe, 18th. Oh, I climbed quite well. Spangles, 19th. 20, Sarah. 21st, Nevlers. 22, Sausage Fingers. Good name. I like that one. Peter and Kathy, 23rd. Free Nelson Mandela, 24th. Team Cheese and Crackers Raven, 25th. Oh, 25th. Ed Bateman, 26th. Well done, Ed. Thank you for playing. And 27th, Chloe. 28th. Flags are not pleasant. You're wrong. And if I could ban you, I would. 29th, Winners. 30, You're a Quizzed Harry. 31st, Quentin Quarantino. 32nd, The Field Enders. 33, Taylor Towers. 34, Quizzy Wizzy, Let's Get Busy. 35, Hamo Plus One. 36, Paul and Chloe. 37, Francis Calloway. 38th, Never Gonna Quiz You Up. 39th, Carol. 40th, Kathy. 41, She's So Melvis. 42, Team Lynx. Come on, Neil, you can do better. 43, Brayton Duo. Oh, there we go. I can tell you, the Brayton Duo, if you'd answered 5 minutes faster, you would have beaten Team Lynx. But as it stands, you both got 28 points. So well done to Neil for beating the Brayton Duo on the same points. Flying Solo, 44. That hands thing like this. 45th. 46, Mark and Sophie. 47, Rachel. 48, Sarah Simon. 49, Spring Chickens. 50, McRoberts. Disper Alex, 51. Mindy Akabusi, 52. Dan, 53. Horth Hamiltonians, 54. Connor Flynn, 55. Emma H, 56. And Lone Stranger in 57th. So, well, thank you very much for playing. We've had haven't we had just a lovely time? There we go, take that off. Oof. Haven't we had a lovely time? And we'll do the same next week. Hopefully, it won't mess about. Hopefully, we'll be connected nice and early, and we won't have any of these problems. But I changed a lot of things as well to make it better for you all. Look at this microphone, for crying out loud. You can hear me like a champion. Apparently too much like a champion. It wasn't expensive, it was cheap. Right then, I usually read messages from people. I've not really had a chance. So I say thank you very much. The music is probably going to turn up now, so if you have it turned up loud, which you probably might not, because I've been loud on my microphone, but I'll go in the middle a bit more. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.